Cup here, of course, last year, the FA Cup against Leicester. Albion won the FA Cup the year before against Everton. Lee looking for Bell, and a shot by Bell that surprisingly West Bromwich Albion allowed to penetrate so deep. Hope with the corner. Talbot trying to get Astle, in fact, getting ahead to it, and Corrigan a fist. Hope again. And Doyle away for Manchester City. But only as far as Ray Wilson. And here's another high one to look for Astle, going in, and it's there by Astle, with only 5 minutes gone. Jeff Astle, 24th goal of the season. That deadly head of his. No wonder he's delighted. Jimmy Hill.
Well, Brian, you were mentioning the skill of Astle, and this is Astle at his very best in the air. Ray Wilson crosses the ball. Now, camera behind the goal shows Astle's glory when he jumps for a ball. Look at the height he gets up there above Corrigan. Corrigan can't withstand the power of that challenge, and there's no doubt the ball's going to end up in the net.
Colin Bell, back to Doyle. Lee, getting it across, Somerby's there, and so is Talbot. My goodness, what a good piece of defence by John Talbot. Talbot. Bell to Pardo. Lee looking to get a hit to it! Beautiful save by Osborne from Lee. Hope. That's aimed towards Astle. And he's there, almost tucking it behind Corrigan. Very nearly made that his second goal of the game, Jeff Astle. Cup Winners' Cup, and had a difficult journey back. It's not the best preparation for Wembley. And now Saggett to Brown. Oh, saved there, but now Brown again, trying to turn it in once more. And it's Heslop who saved it off his body. First off the body of Corrigan, and then off the body of Heslop. And Tony Book with the kick. Lee going in, Somerby is right there, Boo this right up, and Pardo as well. Still Pardo, just past. How on earth did that one fail to go home? And Lee. Oakes with a long one, beautifully saved by Osborne. And Pardo by determination alone going to Tony Book, and Bell then getting it by the same method. Pardo with a shot. Well, those shots are certainly raining in still on that West Bromwich Albion goal. Cantello, Saggett and Astle in the middle, and Tommy Boo. Hope played wide towards Hartford, and now Saggett, and the whistle didn't go. The whole of that Manchester City defence was standing and waiting for a whistle to go, and it never went. Doyle. Doyle going on. Bell, just over. Well, we haven't seen too much of Colin Bell. Somerby to flick it on in spite of the pain. And it's there! The equaliser for Manchester City. It's Doyle who's done it.
Well, this looks to me like a rehearsed dead ball movement. Glimpardo takes the kick, drives it hard and low, and Somerby leads to the ball, is first there, and flicks the ball high into the air. But the goal is made from now on by Colin Bell's magnificent jump in the air, wins that ball against all the challenge and flicks it across the goal and catches everybody out. And then Mike Doyle comes in for a simple task, a nerve-wracking one, but he gets it in just the right place along the floor in the corner of the net.
Substitute, just going back to the bench. Bobby Hope, and now to Brown, and Astle in the middle, and Heslop's there, oh, almost pushed into his own goal, and now Hartford, and he really missed a good chance then. That really was a golden chance for Asa Hartford. The Albion wall facing Francis Lee. You got the impression that he almost tried to dip that round the outside of the wall, but he didn't dip it enough, Francis Lee. Really doing a good job at the back now for Manchester City, sending Bell away. Lee outside him, a nice little flick for Francis Lee. Pardo in the middle. And one to the near post for Bell. Good work by Osborne and a beautiful move by Manchester City with one of those devastating near post balls. Osborne really did well to smother that one. And now is this a chance for Albion to launch a counter-attack. He's got Hope on the right, so Brown finds Hope. And now Suggett with Astle steaming into the middle. Just over from Suggett. No more than, yes, just over. No more than a couple of inches to spare there from Colin Suggett. Tony Book to Lee. Oh, jinking past Hope and past Cantello with a shot. Just past. A brilliant run by Lee. From our camera behind the goal, and it really couldn't have been any closer. Osborne vastly relieved by that. A tremendous little jinking run by Lee. Oh, and Chris Wickie on the right, screaming for it. Cantello, still Cantello, and Booth almost losing it, turned by Suggett, and City now covering in force, and Doyle so close to putting it past Corrigan into his own goal. Astle, played there for Chris Wickie, still Chris Wickie, past the goalkeeper, just past the post. That was a fine break by young Chris Wickie, past Corrigan. Mann and Booth were both desperately trying to get back to that goal line to cover by the pitch. Doyle finding Lee. Oh, and Lee did well to get that over. Bell flicking it on. Pardo! With Pardo! So Glenn Pardo puts Manchester City ahead. Poor John Osborne.
Well, Brian, that was a marvellous bit of work by Francis Lee, and it's a joy to have the opportunity of looking at it again. He picks up the ball from Mike Doyle. Just let's look as he wiggles there, using his hips, dummying all the time. Kay's trying to stay with him, but it's not an easy task. There's a little bobble from the ground. That's making his task more difficult, but he's determined to get by and get that crossover. In the end, he decides he's got to go on the outside. And he's moving down that wing. Now watch the way in which he works to get that ball over. Look at the way he scoops it up to his mate Colin Bell on the near post, who once again wins it in the air and provides the chance for Pardo to come in there, beat the goalkeeper and Fraser to it and put it in the net. And in case he's necessary, Bowyer's there to pick it out again.
And this one should come through to Bell. No, it hasn't. He didn't quite get to it, so it's Tony Brown. And there's a good ball here for Cantello. And a goal by Corrigan. Cantello absolutely straight through, but Bowyer and Bell between them, getting it away for Manchester City. Book going up on the outside, and it's all over. And the Football League Cup of 1970 goes to Manchester City by 2 goals to 1. The delight on the faces of those Manchester City players. Doyle, of course, who scored the equaliser to give Manchester City new hope. After this man, Jeff Astle, had put Albion ahead so early in the game. And then, of course, it was Glyn Pardo, who played as well as anybody on this field. There he is in the middle of the picture, arms round number 7 Heslop, who scored the winner for Manchester City. And that's the prize they've won, and it's a prize that they've worked so hard for on this exhausting pitch, the Football League Cup.